Good morning, and a great future is always ready to have you. Women of Saudi Arabia, Vision 2030 is expecting a lot from you. Vision 2030 expects you to be a critical factor in enhancing the government's effectiveness and enabling social responsibility to live in an ambitious nation. You are a leading player in growing and diversifying the economy and increasing employment to create a thriving society and economy. You are a part of showing the world our national identity and offering fulfilling and healthy life for all Saudis to be among a vibrant society. Good morning again, Dr. Abel Fatani, Muhammad Islam, Ilaf Islam. Thank you so much for this valuable invitation to be part of the Power of STEAM Forum. I am here with you today to share some of the greatest lessons I got from 20 years of experience. Now I am the Executive Director for Strategy and Operational Excellence at one of the very noble entities of Saudi government, the National Center for Environmental Compliance, NCEC. At NCEC, we inspire and innovate to promote environmental sustainability. At NCEC, we are working to reduce environmental pollution. At NCEC, we protect and develop to preserve the wealth of the environment. At NCEC, we enable and encourage national competencies to actively protect the environment. But in addition, how I reached to this position, this is what I am here to speak about it with you today. And I will take this opportunity also to send my regards to all the teachers and the role models that I've met in my career, and I will always recommend that you have these teachers always around you, but always remember that your growth is something you cannot do it alone, but you have to do it yourself, as Bob Proctor means. And I will take also this opportunity to thank Bob Proctor, since I will use lots of his wisdom and knowledge to be shared with you today. I realized that there is a gap between what we know and what we do. You see people who believe and know that exercising is good for their health, but they don't exercise. They know that efficiency at work is relying on not wasting time, but they do waste time. They do have a plan on what to do every day, but they do other things. Why? Why we do things that causes results we don't want. In our field, we say that culture eats strategy for breakfast, because implementing the strategy is always based on what people are doing in the organization. Why? I figured out that we do have two parts of our minds. We do have the conscious mind, which is connected to the world around us using the five senses we have to gather the information. We see, hear, smell, touch, and to feed this part with the information. But we also have the second part, which is the subconscious mind, which expresses whatever is impressed upon it. The expression is what we refer as doing. The subconscious mind is in control of what we do. And what is in the subconscious mind called paradigm. Paradigm is a multitude of habits. A habit is an idea that fixed in a person's mind causes them to do things without any conscious thought. The paradigm is what drives our habitual behavior. Moreover, if we start to understand the paradigm, we start to understand the power of habit. Knowing is not enough. Always the results are the name of the game, as Jim Brown says. Results comes from behavior, and behavior caused by the paradigm. Your result tells the universe, the world, an interesting story about how is your mind programmed. And you can change the results by changing the paradigm. لا يغير الله ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Let me tell you about the paradigms that I worked on myself to reach to the results that I want. I worked on decision, responsibility, confidence, and risk-taking. Decisions, or the lack of them, are responsible of the breaking or making of many careers. And so, it is not part of all what we study in the school. And it is also absent from most of the corporate training and human resources. However, for sure, you can develop this skill within yourself. You can eliminate the confusion in your mind and in your life by becoming a proficient at making decisions. Conflict and confusion in your life create internal, emotional, and mental words. That called ambivalence. And the Oxford Dictionary tells us that ambivalence is the coexistence in one person of opposite feelings toward the same object. It is obvious that any one of us finds themselves in such mental state. But if we live in this mental state, we are not living at the best of ours. We are merely existing. A decision or a series of decisions can change everything. How often you find yourself saying, what should I do? Love them, leave them. Quit, stay. Do it, don't do it. Tell them, don't tell them. Everyone on occasion has experienced these feelings of ambivalence. If it happens to you frequently, decide right now to quit it or stop it. Indecision is a cause of the ambivalence. However, it is a secondary cause. By studying the behavior of people who have become a very proficient at making decisions, the findings was that these people have a very strong self-image, a high degree of self-esteem. Decision makers are not afraid of making decisions, of making error. If and when they make an error in their decisions to sometimes fail, they have the ability to shrug it off and they learn from the experience, but they will never submit themselves to the failure. Decision making is something you cannot avoid. Decide right where you are with whatever you have. Once you make the decision, you will find all the people, idea, resources you need all the time. When the media asked John Kennedy about what do you need to do to send a man to the moon and return him safely to the earth, he answered with 5 words: the will to do it. The second paradigm is responsibility. Responsibility is a choice, and it is truly the key to freedom. Val van de Waal wrote, when a person takes responsibility for their lives and results they are obtaining, they will cease to blame others as the cause of their results. Since you cannot change the people, blame is inappropriate. Blaming others causes a person to remain bound in their own personal prison. When you take the responsibility, blame is eliminated and you are free to grow. And he is so right. Those who haven't taken responsibility for their results and their life often find themselves in a mental prison. Responsibility opens the door and permits you that you are walking into freedom. If you find yourself confined with such a mental state, understand that there is a way. Escape is always encouraged. The master key is responsibility. When you accept responsibility for your life and for the results which you are alone determining, you will develop confidence that your dreams can be true, that your plans can be carried out. Awareness of this magnificent truth is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, things can happen in your life. It's Aladdin lamps, it's magic wand, it's tooth fairy, all wrapped up together. It is so much easier to blame someone else or something outside of you, always. George Bernard Shaw said, people are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want. And if they cannot find it, they will make it. Shaw was right. Those who win big in life take responsibility and create their own destiny. Responsibility is the price for greatness. The third paradigm that I worked a lot on it was, what is confidence? If If you ask anyone what is confidence, the word confidence is giving a thought in their mind as it's something you have it or you don't have it, you're born with it or without it. But I found in reality that confidence is a mental state you can develop. How do you develop confidence and tune into this power? Ultimately, confidence is knowledge. The more knowledge and understanding you have about yourself, the greater your confidence will be. Self-confidence gives you license to have a positive attitude about the ability you have and the way you can become the person you want. And to master confidence, take into consideration these 3 points. 1, check your self-image. Confidence is an inside job. Work on being a better you every day. Spend more time to know who you are and what you really want. 2, check your strengths and weaknesses. Be honest with yourself, but believe me, forget about developing your weaknesses and work and put your energy to develop your strength. Master what you know how to do. Master your strength. 3, train your mind to see in all people what they don't see in themselves. Begin to treat every person you come in contact with as the most important person in the world. The good you find in others is the reflection of what you have in yourself. The last one, the last paradigm, was the risk-taking. You may avoid suffering if you don't risk, but you will not and you cannot learn, feel, change, grow, love, or even live if you don't risk. The greatest hazard in the world is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing does nothing and has nothing. Only the person who risks free. Failing will never make you a failure unless you decide to quit. Reaching the goal is not the success. The success is moving toward the goal. Taking risks is essential when you want to move and to reach your goal. And always remember that the purpose of the goal is growth. To conclude, this genie become my friend. I have this small sample always on my desk. I know now that if I want to achieve a great thing, I start with a habit. And to have a good habit, action, do, I am working on the paradigm, the beliefs I have and the fixed idea I have in my mind. And I keep the results, the useful ones, and with courage I either change or delete the unuseful beliefs. And this is what I called thinking. I work now as the Executive Director for Strategy at NCEC, making decisions every moment, owning the results with full responsibility, working with a team, with a confident team that knows exactly what we need to do, and growing with my team by taking results and evolving a great results.